Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie with Believe in the Run.
And today is an exciting day, Robbie.
Yeah, it's my birthday.
Is it really?
No, it's in like 4 days though. You forgot, you didn't even know.
Get ready, guys. For Robbie's birthday, we gotta start planning 4 days ahead. Anyway.
I usually forget.
This is exciting because today we are going through our favorite daily trainers so far for the year 2021. This means, Robbie, we're not talking about what?
We're not talking about max cushion. We ain't talking about plated racers, plated lightweight daily trainers, tempo shoes, all the other trash that's out there.
Yeah. We're not talking about max cushion shoes. I mean,
I said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, max cushion deserves to be talked to about twice because double stacked.
Double stuffed Oreos?
Yeah, this is purely about the shoes that are daily trainers, and what daily trainers mean to us are shoes that you're gonna put on, and if you're not as into shoe geekery as we are, this one shoe will take care of all your miles. You could even race in it if you know that's your thing. But these are shoes that we consider like old faithfuls that you put on, you can get the mileage in, they're fun to run in, they feel good underfoot, they may not be the lightest, they don't have the latest technology sometimes, but...
And sometimes they do with the latest technology, as we'll see. And you know, a lot of times when you think of daily trainer, you'll think about Saucony Ride 13, the ASICS Gel Nimbus, these very traditional shoes. You go to a running store, they're gonna throw those on your feet. And I think we're gonna take a little bit further this time.
Yeah, and if you know us, that's not our stuff. We don't like the glycerins that much. We don't.
They have their purpose.
Spoiler alert.
They have their purpose, but like for us, you know, we get to try all kinds of shoes. We get it dialed in. So hopefully, you know, this video will allow you to broaden your horizons.
And these again are our preferences. Feel free in the comments to leave what shoe you think is a great daily trainer. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, you're gonna argue with us.
Yeah.
Someone is.
But if we had to pick for the year today, which we normally do at the end of the year, but if we had to pick today, these would be our picks for the shoes that we'd love to have on our feet. And really, when you say daily trainer, Robbie, if we could only have one shoe, this is what we would be doing.
Yeah. By the way, this is strictly shoes that came out this year. So there's some shoes that came out in maybe like November, December of last year, and we try to like keep it to shoes that
2021.
Because we've seen some other reviews that are like really edging back there as far as like 2021 daily trainers.
Yeah. So this is in no particular order. So Robbie, what does that mean when I say that?
It means we rolled the dice and
I'm just gonna bring it out and we're gonna talk about it.
I won some money from Thomas in the dice game.
Yeah.
He might stab me out back later, but
what do they say? It's like money and it's like, you know, the dice, there's in a song, he's like about the dice rolling. He's like, oh, I love this quote too. I can't, it's at the end of one of the songs.
I don't know, but we played this game, we called it Pie Gal. It wasn't even Pie Gal, it's a different game, but you had to qualify to get this. We said no quality, because we don't want you to qualify and get the money. It was crazy. We should get some cardboard and play some dice sometime.
All right, this one's basically saying if you can see the money, there's no problems. If you can't see the money, there's gonna be problems. Probably, Robbie, one of the most traditional daily trainers that we're gonna pull out here. I mean, it's got 38 versions. Yeah. It's the Nike Pegasus 38. This is a shoe I love running in. It's a little bit controversial because I think either people love it or they don't.
Each version offers like different tweaks and people are like, oh, I hate this part, I like this part. I feel like in this version, this year's, I think they fixed like everything that we didn't like from the last version, and it's a great shoe. The
last version did have some heel lift. Some people complained the toe box was a little bit too narrow. They opened up the volume in the toe box. It's got a nice lacing system now. It keeps the heel locked in.
You got that Zoom Air in the forefoot still. It gives you that nice pop. That's probably my favorite thing about the shoe, to be honest.
You really get that sensation when you're toeing off that you can feel. I really like to get some feedback from the shoe when I'm running. And this one, you get that little bit of feel from that airbag up in the front. You've got the
full React midsole.
Yeah, which is nice cushion that doesn't die. It holds up really well.
No, and also a ton of traction on the outsole. I mean, these shoes are gonna last you a while. And for 120 bucks, what you're getting in this shoe is really one of those good values out there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. This colorway I didn't love, but I'm seeing some new colorways that look really hot.
I mean, they always drop the sickest colorways like 3 months after.
Why not just give us the good stuff in the beginning?
We just get black, white, gray.
Yeah.
The trials of being a shoe reviewer. Not as bad as the wide foot reviewers. Those guys are living in Soviet Russia.
Yeah, poor
colorways.
Jared. It's like battle tank gray. I really like these. I like running in these. I do feel like with the AirPod up in the front, you get that sensation on toe off, that when you want to pick up the pace, you get nice feedback from your stride. It feels good, the cushioning is good, the fit is good, and I think maybe not this one, but some of the other colorways, the style is good.
Yeah, but you can really use this for anything. I mean, I know it goes back a few years, but my first marathon was in a Pegasus, and you know what? It was fine.
Yeah.
Running 4-hour marathons, throw on a pair of Pegasus, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah. By the way, in case you're wondering, weight on the Pegasus, 10.9 ounces for men's size 10.5, and we're talking
309 grams. All right, so let's go to number 2, Robbie.
All right, what do we got, Thomas? Bring it up. I don't even know. Get in the grab bag.
I'm gonna give you something.
Pull out a little treasure.
It's a second version of a new shoe that would not even have made our list last year. It would have made it for Megan, but for us, this guy has really come into its own this year.
ASICS Novablast 2. By the way, first one they didn't even think was gonna be a running shoe. Turned out it was.
Yeah.
And now everybody loves it.
And they just did a nice update on this. It's mostly has to do with the ride. They lowered the drop a little bit. They added some more structure into the shape of the foam here to make it a little more stable. The people who didn't mind it so much, it's funny, I think the people who landed further back didn't mind some of the heel unstableness. For me, landing midfoot, it had more of a higher arch here, and it just felt a little wobbly in the back. I just did not enjoy running it. I couldn't pick up the pace in it.
Yeah, I also not a huge fan of the instability in the first version. This one really turned the ship around for me. It's not quite as soft. You still get the bounce, but I mean, it's soft, but it's like, it's just the right amount.
Yeah. Do you know what this is?
A shoe.
No, me turning the ship around for Robbie.
Gotcha.
But it does. This came in a little more
captain
stable.
over here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, they did a nice job with this update. It's small tweaks that you won't even notice necessarily when you're holding it next to the first version, but these small tweaks work. And this is now a fun, well-cushioned daily trainer. This guy comes in at 10.26 ounces, 291 grams. So slightly lighter than the Pegasus, but I'm gonna tell you that's not that much of a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's a traditional like daily trainer range. You're not gonna get something crazy light.
Well, we will in one of our picks.
You will. Let's just, spoiler alert.
All right, let's go grab that one that's gonna be a little more lightweight.
Right.
So
Bring it up.
number 3,
The HOKA.
Mach 4. Now, I put in lock laces on this,
'Cause-
so that might mess with the weight a little bit, but let's just check out the
All
weight
right,
here.
all right.
You wanna get back to ounces?
Get to the OZ
8.75 ounces. How many grams is that, Robbie?
248.
Whoa. Now, what I really like about this shoe is it has a very wide base, so it's stable. It has 2 types of their ProFly foam here. So it's a little bit softer, closer to the foot, a little firmer towards the ground. Gives you a nice snappy feel.
Yeah, and like, let's talk about the Mach, by the way, because in the past, I feel like the HOKA Mach series was one of those that was just a throwaway. No one really cared about it. So when we got this, no one was that interested at first. But then when you put it on your feet, you were like, oh man,
This is good. And it reminds me of one of my favorite songs. Mach,
Macarena?
Mach,
Yeah,
Mach,
yeah.
Mockingbird. All right, good
It's
enough.
a little Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody embodies Dumb and Dumber,
Yeah.
I feel like we're there.
Yeah.
We're there, man.
This is a fun shoe to wear. The upper fit's great. It's breathable, even though it doesn't look that breathable. It's got a thin tongue that's gusseted on the sides. You know we love that gusseted
Gotta have a
tongue.
Gus.
Yeah, going back to these guys, they added a little bit of gusseting on Novablast
Got it here too.
and on the Pegasus. Hey, maybe there's a trend happening. We like a gusseted tongue. They're adding it to it. This one of these, you are going to be able to pick up the pace a little bit more. This one almost floats into another category that we're going to do a roundup of, and that's tempo shoes. But it has a nice feel to it. It is kind of like an unplated Rocket X, they were saying, but I really like this. The Carbon X2 is really nice.
Do you think this is the Carbon X2 without the plate?
It floats in there. It definitely has a nice feel to it. I actually really like this one, but it doesn't fit into our daily trainer shoe because it does have a plate. We would think this one more like a Tempo.
It also has a pretty exaggerated rocker.
Some of the things that this is talking about are translated into this shoe. So when we were talking about having the softer cushion up top, a little firmer cushion on the bottom, the reason why I like the Carbon X2 better than the original Carbon X was the plate was closer to the foot in the original. They moved it slightly down in this one, so you get a little bit of a cush under your foot before you feel that rigid plate.
Yeah, the original one of that was like super firm.
Not really surprised. We always love the New Balance 1080. The V11 fixed a couple things that were wrong in the 10 with the heel fit. This one, the Fresh Foam, is delightful. Nice cushion, this one. So like you want comfortable miles to chew them up, this one has it. The shoe still feels lively enough underfoot that you can pick up the pace.
Now what keeps this shoe from going into the max cushion range? Because I gotta tell you, it's a lot of foam back there.
Because if I was gonna go in the max cushion range, I would go with the More 3.
Okay.
Which also, fantastic shoe. And right now, if we wanna talk leading shoes, spoiler alert, the More 3 is probably my favorite max cushion shoe of the year so far.
Oh wow, okay, so watch out for that review.
Yeah. So this one gives you everything you need. Plenty of rubber on the bottom. You got a nice upper, breathes well. It's stretchy, so it can accommodate a lot of different foot shapes.
See, one of the things I didn't like about the Beacon, which was like Megan's favorite, one of her favorite daily trainers of last year, and the ride under that was nice. I didn't like the upper on the Beacon. This has that more like form-fitting stretch upper where the Beacon was like a little stiff and scratchy.
The Beacon one loses it for me on the upper and the fact that it doesn't really look like a running shoe. This guy's really nice. And you get that cushion, like I said, rubber, gusseted tongue again. It's a trend. How much does this one weigh, Robbie?
All right, throw it on there.
10 ounces, basically. 285 grams. So now you got 4 of our top 5 daily trainers so far for 2021. This next one might surprise you.
What do you think the next one is? There's no one talking.
I can't hear them. Or are they
Yeah.
supposed to?
I think they're wrong either way.
Yeah. Either way, this one probably will be a surprise because it kind of looks like a gimmicky shoe. This one, should we go put our suits on? Okay. This one is a surprise because literally when we got it, I was like, what is this garbage?
I mean, yeah, like we were like, oh, Brooks has this Blue Line innovation shoe coming out. We'll send it your way. I'm like, okay, that's looking like one of those lifestyle shoes.
Yeah, it just, I mean, look at how much foam is back here. It just didn't like, I was like, what is this thing?
Yeah, it looks like the foam machine got out of hand and started doing its thing before anyone could stop.
And a lot of people, when we did our review, they thought it looked like a Nike shoe, the Nike Free or whatever.
Free Run, yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean,
it's got
there's
bumps
similarities for
on the
sure.
side, and I guess that would be like saying, you know, I don't know, like these two look the same because this one has a swooping orange thing there,
I feel
and
like
this one has a swooping black thing.
There's only so many geometries you can do before things start looking the same.
But the ride of this is really unique. You've got this super critical foam, lots of cushioning. What was the surprising thing to you about this shoe, Robbie?
Well, one, it's very lightweight. For that much, what you're seeing on there, it's very, okay, yeah, let's just put it on here. 268
grams.
Which comes under 10 ounces. I mean, we're looking at...
It's like 945 is my guess. Bam! 945 ounces.
Got it.
So it's not super light, it's not super heavy.
It runs way faster than you would think. So it almost goes into like a... I think it's in between like a Tempo and a daily trainer because it is obviously daily trainer, enough cushion, enough, you know, it's gonna last a while in that regard. But then when you start moving, it like moves with you and you're running faster than you think you are.
I can see what you're saying about the tempo, but the thing feels so good at all paces.
Yeah,
So like you've got lots of cushion. And it's also interesting because it's got that decoupled heel, Robbie.
Yeah.
And I think that helps create some of that speed because instead of having a plate, you're getting some tension off toe off that is creating a dynamic forward push. How do you like that? That almost sounded professional. This one wraps up our top 5 daily trainers in no particular order
And
so far.
I think that they're all out right now except for this one comes out in June. It's a limited release though, so get your hands on it.
I mean, it's almost June.
Yeah, so basically the next couple weeks.
Yeah, so you can grab some of these right now. It comes down to nuance. People are probably gonna be like, well, which one's your favorite right now? I do have a lead favorite, but I'm not gonna give it away till the end of the year. You're gonna have to try them on and decide for yourself. I think it's a really tough category because there are so many good shoes in this category. If you had asked me at the beginning of the year, this guy was gonna win hands down.
I mean, and personally, like you said, we're only halfway through the year, so there's some shoes coming that still could be on the list. Like I know last year, one of my favorite shoes was the Ultra Touring 4.5. And, you know, I was very surprised by that one because I'm not a huge Ultra fan or, you know,
zero drop
fan
guy
in general, but I loved the comfort and just feel of that shoe. So that doesn't come out for another month, but, you know, we'll obviously have another one at the end of the year. But
yeah.
And if you have any other dissents, if you dissent, throw it in the comments.
Yeah, and get ready because we're gonna do the same thing with plated shoes, tempo shoes. I mean, I guess there's some of the tempo shoes are gonna be plated.
We're gonna do barefoot shoes,
race day shoes.
Vibram.
We're not doing barefoot shoes. No Vibrams.
Are you serious? We're running this stuff. You think we're gonna do a barefoot roundup?
No. Yeah, that's not our
barefoot
gig.
wine.
Yeah, I don't even know. 99 crimes.
The barefoot.
I know what you're saying. I know what
it's
you're
like
saying.
you get the worst hangover.
It's like syrup with alcohol. It's like Mad Dog. So we're gonna give you some other shoes. We'll probably even do a trail and a stability roundup.
Yeah, I think we should.
But we'll probably have to defer to, like, we'll have to get Taylor's opinion or one of our other trail reviewers' opinion.
We need to do a wide foot roundup and get Jared's ugly mug up in this piece.
Oh boy, he would love that.
He'll break you
wouldn't
too,
he?
but whatever.
What about people, you know, joining our Instagram or liking this video or subscribing or stuff?
What about it?
Shouldn't people do that?
Yeah, make sure you're following us on Instagram because that's where the like real cool content is.
Yeah, why are you even watching this?
This is like where we break it down. Instagram is where we just light it up.
Light it up. And also, check out our podcast, The Drop. It's a weekly podcast, airs Fridays. Our interview with Courtney DeWalter will be on there. Also, the PLM of Trail. Mike Ambrose is on that podcast.
For Solomon.
Yeah, it's a good one. And you want to check that out.
Yep, and we'll have that in video format as well. But anyways, lots of great stuff coming. By the way, stay tuned for some great announcements. We got some summer stuff coming up, baby.
That's true. Grid is coming back. Registration opens May 31st. Get excited. Cool swag.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
All right.
All that stuff.
Peace. Enjoy your runs and your daily trainers.
Say hi to your mom.
We didn't break anything.
You gonna say hi to your mom?
Oh. Hi, Mom. No, it's Mach, yeah, ing, yeah, bird, yeah.
Okay, let's try that again. Ready? Mach.
Yeah.
Ing.
Yeah.
Bird.
Yeah.
Mockingbird don't sing.